Hey guys, Cruxel. In just a moment, I'm going to be showing you some tips on how to find your perfect sensitivity that works for you and your playstyle.
Don't know how to build a team from scratch or find good teammates? DreamTeam.gg, the ultimate team building platform. Find and connect with new players, coaches and teams. Manage and monetize your team. Get on fast track to advance from novice to amateur and, if desired, to professional gamer. Join DreamTeam.gg today.
Sorry for this little bit in the beginning. I just wanted to say I'm super excited to be able to be back to YouTube and playing CS again. My computer is back in working order. I've got it all figured out. So to celebrate, I'm going to give away these 3 skins that you're seeing right now. If you'd like to win, follow my Twitter, my Instagram, and join my Steam group, as I'm going to be giving away each skin on a different platform. So stay tuned on that. I'm going to be giving them away in about a week. Thanks so much for you guys' patience, and let's get on to the rest of the video. So I find that a lot of people have issues on finding their correct sensitivity in this game, and if this is your first FPS game on PC, you might not know what some of these mean. You can ignore a lot of these commands except for the main ones, which are raw input, mouse acceleration, mouse sensitivity, and zoom sensitivity. So you obviously want to have mouse acceleration off because that just proves that you are aiming consistently and you're not having a software generate, how fast or slow your mouse should be based off how you move it. There's also Windows settings that you need to turn off for your mouse, and if you don't know how to do that, or you want to make sure that you're definitely just giving the information from the mouse, turn on raw input to completely override those settings and make sure that you're just giving the raw information from the mouse. Now, in order to turn off these Windows settings, you're going to go to the bottom left corner, click that little icon in Windows to launch your start menu, search mouse settings, and then click additional mouse options. Then head over to this tab that I'm about to show you where you can disable enhanced pointer precision. That is the fucking devil when it comes to esports and trying to be consistent with your mouse movement, as well as the fact that you can go into your mouse settings if you have a gaming mouse and change your DPI. I personally play at a 400 DPI. It's recommended that you play at 800 if you're playing at your native res, or 400 if you're not and you're playing under that, which I am, as well as the fact that I believe you should only have one DPI setting level. There's a button that is usually bound to switching between multiple, and I don't think that is really necessary in a game like an FPS because you can accidentally hit that and be completely thrown off and maybe not even realize that you did it and wonder why your aim's so fucking bad. I say keep it to 1, and in terms of the polling rate, really just keep it at the highest that your mouse allows, pretty much. You can go 500 if you like, but I personally play at 1000, and that just improves the tracking of your mouse and everything like that. Now, when you go into setting up your sensitivity, you're going to want to download the Aimbots training map, which is very popular by Uletical. He's an awesome map maker, and that can be found in the workshop. When it comes to changing your mouse sensitivity, you can use the console command, or you can just go from the menu, and a lot of people don't realize that even though this is a slider, you can enter any number into this, even a decimal. Such as me, I play at 0.5 sensitivity, so you don't have to go to just 1. That's not the lowest, and a lot of people seem to think that for some reason. I say a good rule of thumb is to turn it down to what you think is the maximum lowest you'd want to go, and then go a bit lower than that even, and play around with it, because you can only work your way down, I think, as you're trying to find the slowest possible sensitivity so that your far away tracking is very good. As you can see here, I turned up my sensitivity a little bit for the video, and since I wasn't used to it, I'm over aiming, meaning I'm wasting time flicking past people's heads as I'm going laterally and trying to go backwards. That's something you want to definitely avoid, as it's going to cost you precious time and probably get you killed in many situations. Another thing that you have to worry about is not going too low to where you're having to lift your mouse too often. So try to avoid that in any situation and turn up your sensitivity if need be. Now, when you think you found something near what you find to be a perfect sensitivity, you're going to want to have bots at varying distances and flick back and forth to their heads. You're trying to find how hard it is to make these minuscule adjustments at further ranges, because that is really what it makes for life or death in many games as you're getting farther out in engagements. And the reasoning for having a very low sensitivity in the first place is so that you can just easily make small changes while aiming down range, let's say throughout all of long on Dust 2, for example. Another benchmark that you're going to want to test is the ability to do at least a full 180 with a full mousepad swipe. Now, a lot of you guys might have small mouse pads, and I would say definitely invest in a large one if you're trying to lower your sensitivity, as it's gonna help you play a lot better, guys. And they're pretty cheap too. You can get one for like 10 bucks from Best Buy or whatever your electronics retailer is. Now, for all you oppers and scouters out there, if your sensitivity is a bit too low or maybe a bit too high for your flicking ability, you can also change that with the zoom sensitivity, which is the same as the mouse sensitivity. It can be a decimal. So this is basically a multiplier of your normal sensitivity. So if I put it to 0.5 right now, it would be half as fast as my normal sensitivity. Or if I were to put it at 2, for example, that means it would be twice as fast as my sensitivity. So this is another number you can play around with if you are in those roles and find that your flicking is not as easy as it used to be with this new sensitivity that you're trying out. Once again, I would play around with this in aimbots just to find something that you're comfortable with so that you're not risking rounds for your teammates. So to recap on the big points that I want to leave with you guys, make sure that your mouse acceleration is off, as that will remain consistent throughout as you're aiming, so you're not learning to just flick and have software assist you with how fast or slow you're aiming around, as well as the fact that you should keep your sensitivity as low as possible while still being able able to do a full 180 on your mouse pad, as that's going to save you in a lot of spaces. I would recommend going a little bit higher if you're a wrist aimer, because that's going to allow you to have to move throughout the mouse pad less. In general, you should try to move with your full arm, as that's going to allow you to be at the lowest sensitivity and still be accurate. Even if you have 1,000+ hours, there's always room for improvement and change, and maybe changing up your sensitivity will just be that extra kick to get you into that next level of CS. Don't be afraid to try out something new, guys. Once again, I'm really excited to be back to YouTube. I'm able to upload once again a few times a week, so make sure you guys stay tuned for future content. Thanks for watching.
There is no stopping that boy when he drop it. Since rotten, been cursed with the virus unknown. I glow in the dark, and you when you start. Open your chest, put a sense on your heart, bitch. What?